I am so grateful to have worked with the king. He was a gift to the world. He is a bright light, and I wouldn't be surprised if the world stopped spinning tomorrow. Michael Jackson grew up singing in nightclubs with his brothers, but he was the star. Harold Dowd takes us back to where it all began.
Okay, let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The extraordinary rise of Michael Jackson started in the tough steel mill town of Gary, Indiana. The seventh of 9 children. By age 5, he was performing with his brothers, the Jackson 5, driven by his ambitious and demanding father, Joseph.
Michael Jackson is one of the most gifted entertainers to ever live.
Motown legend, Smokey Robinson.
He is the entire package. He has everything. He can sing. He's one of the best dancers around. He's charismatic.
The family was signed by Motown in 1968. The band had a string of #1 hits.
It was 4 or 5 #1 records in a row when he first came out the box. You know, ABC, I Want Your Back, Stop the Love You Save. I mean, and they're all fantastic, great records. Classic records, amazing performances.
Music critic Nelson George has followed Michael Jackson's career and profiled him in a book.
He was this phenomenal child star. And there was a whole generation of people who in the 80s came of age as record buyers who had grown up with Michael Jackson as part of their popular consciousness from 69, 70, 71, 72. People grew up with him, and they had a familiarity and a affection for him.
The Jackson 5 took the country by storm, playing Ed Sullivan, their albums going platinum.
I want you back.
It was in 1979, with producer Quincy Jones at his side, that Michael, now 21, really broke out. His album, Off the Wall, rang up $37 million in sales. In 1982, it was Thriller, which made $115 million. Nearly every single song on the album made it to #1.
The sales of Thriller, it just was unbelievable. It kept selling and selling and selling. I think they had 7 #1 singles or some insane amount of hit singles, unprecedented.
And Michael backed up his sales with electrifying performances.
His appearance on the Motown 25, when he did the moonwalk, was on par probably with, you know, the Beatles and Ed Sullivan Show. Everyone was talking about it. Everyone saw it. It was one of those shared moments.
With the hits came armloads of Grammys and truckloads of money. And he created the new world of music videos.
Michael was probably the first true music video artist. Michael took the video and made it into a huge extravaganza.
But even as Jackson got richer and more successful, his personal life got stranger. His face, his outfits, his marriage, and his lifestyle. And as the media zoomed in, he began to look more like a circus sideshow than a musical superstar. By 2003, Jackson's record sales and popularity began to plummet.
Are you silly?
While his income was dropping, Jackson made a spectacle of his personal life, living lavishly.
The big shopping sprees, the $2 million watches, the $10,000 bottles of perfume.
This one?
There's plenty of anecdotal evidence that the spending has really run amok.
In this British documentary, he racked up hundreds of thousands of dollars in knickknacks and furnishings in one day.
This table.
Eventually, Jackson's lagging sales and wild lifestyle caught up with
Look how
him.
beautiful these are. These, right?
He reportedly spent more than $50 million on the Central California fantasy park Neverland. It cost Jackson an estimated $4 million a year just to maintain. That went on the auction block last year. He sold it for less than half of what he paid. In spite of his problems, Jackson seemed always to be able to count on his fans, especially during the trial in 2003 when I spoke to Smokey Robinson. Smokey, as you know, we all grew up with Michael Jackson. We witnessed his rise. Are we witnessing his fall today?
I don't know that we are, because a lot of the stuff that's going on now, see, I can't imagine Michael doing the stuff that they're saying that he's doing. The look or the demeanor of what's going on right now is more pointing towards his guilt rather than, hey, here's a guy who's been accused of something and he hasn't been proven guilty at all.
As it turned out, Michael Jackson was acquitted of child molestation in 2003. For Quincy Jones, Jackson's longtime mentor, the news of his friend's passing is hard to express. Jones said, quote, "I am absolutely devastated at this tragic and unexpected news. For Michael to be taken away from us so suddenly at such a young age, I don't have the words."